welcome back to part 6 of the Bureau XCOM Declassified. This is Dalen 75 Games, and we just finished our first side mission. I believe Falk just called me over the intercom. My pride and joy. So this is not my desk. This is my desk. This is Silva's. Pima's from that video.
Yes, I know, but yes, I'm very sure that... Look, I'll send the next available agent. That's all I can offer.
This guy has something more to say, or what?
Looking for a few answers?
What? Sorry, I didn't even hear that.
If you get any insights, let us know.
This
Will do,
sound
Carter.
doesn't sound right. Sorry, I had a bit of a headset mishap there. It wasn't coming through properly. I'm not sure if anybody was able to hear the in-game noise before. Probably not. Or if you were, it wasn't coming across very clearly. So, yeah, I have a problem with the 5.1 sound. That's another reason I had to restart this. You just could not hear Carter talk whenever he was talking. So 2D stereo seems to work. Or two-directional stereo. This is Falk's office, isn't it? Where is Falk? I already saw this. Maybe she wants to talk to me?
Yes?
Guess not.
I'm going to get some answers.
Good luck.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, this is open this time. So I assume he actually said where to go on the intercom, but I wasn't paying attention.
I'm sure Falk has the lab coats finding some way to track him down.
Wasn't the spy invisible? How are they gonna know if there's another one around watching them?
Damn. You're right.
Carter, join me.
There he is.
I don't like it when my agents go off the rails, Carter. Never ignore my orders again. You're lucky things turned out as well as they did with Dr. Weir's rescue. I'll overlook it this time. I understand the situation is getting to you.
Weaver tell you that? Or you just figured it out on your own?
I need to know I can trust you, Carter. I took a big risk including you in this operation, and I'm about to take another.
In case you forgot, I was the one who caught the infiltrator.
I'm well aware, and you're going to help us interrogate the captain. But we absolutely cannot afford another breach, especially not now. We can't afford to let any of our information become public.
I've been wanting to have a talk with that infiltrator.
There's a lot we can learn from him, but right now, there's one piece of info that could help us end the war.
What's that?
Where to strike.
Impressive. But can it win the war?
It can give us a fighting chance.
What do we know about the infiltrator?
We've been running a barrage of tests on it. Preliminary interrogation, medical checks. The boys in the lab even took a look at the devices implanted in him.
Find anything useful?
We don't even know his name, or if his kind even have names. But we have reason to believe he'll be more responsive now.
What happened? Lock him in solitary for a couple weeks?
You might be closer than you think. In a recent examination, our surgeons removed this from his head. We think it's some kind of communication device.
He was bugged?
We're not sure. Weir thinks it was his connection to Mosaic.
That's their communication network.
The According to Dr. Weir, yes. Whatever it is, ever since we removed this thing, the infiltrator's been less aggressive, more morose.
Interesting. How do we know we could take them out in one strike?
Weir's been studying their transmissions, and he believes they're coming from a single source.
That's this mosaic thing they talk about?
Yes. The doctor says his measurements prove that it's some sort of central command, possibly even a single being. And if our tests are correct, it is indeed more than just some sort of radio network.
How so?
After studying the infiltrator's implants and physiology, we believe it connects directly to the minds of the outsiders.
So if we take out Mosaic's core, we shut down every outsider on this planet.
That's the idea. But we need to know more.
That's an impressive flying saucer you've built.
Actually, the Air Force was already toying with a prototype like this. Our German associate just made a few modifications, including everything we could steal from the outsiders.
How does it handle?
When it's finished, it'll be faster and more maneuverable than anything in the skies.
Can it get through those Venn gates of theirs?
That's what we need you to find out.
What's a Venn gate?
I'll see what I can get out of the infiltrator.
Good. We've got him in a containment center in the lab, built especially for him.
Got his own luxury suite, huh? That ought to soften him up.
Don't count on it.
How gentle do I need to be?
Just be careful. He's the only captive we have.
Kind of like that live action vid. Interrogate the infiltrator.
So it can move in any direction? Like a helicopter? Yes, the helicopter was twice as durable, 5 times faster, and could fly through a vacuum. Ah, that makes quite a difference.
Shut it down! Shut it down before it blows! No, wait! We need to test the thresholds!
Yes, we really should see when it explodes.
Are you too crazy? Shut it down! Did you see that lift? Wunderbar. Never before have I seen it equal. Sure, if you don't mind your crew splattered all over the walls. Of course, of course. But that is why we do this radio-controlled test beforehand, yeah? There's no way you get me in one of those flying saucers until you work out the eject system. Nonsense. If we are careful and precise in our work, we will have no need of ejection systems. We might not need one, but I'm the one who's going to be piloting that thing. I still don't understand why you don't want us to design weaponry for this new craft.
Yes, we have a very promising prototype.
No, 9.
Okay. Project Avenger order form. Deliver immediately and file in a secure envelope. Too many rumors about Project Avenger have been leaked out. I know the team needs to know that we have a positive way of striking back at the enemy, but we cannot afford to risk this knowledge reaching an infiltrator. That would be bad. Okay, so I'm still getting used to making these videos and thinking about what I'm going to say, and I don't always soak in everything that's happening in game at the time. So he said to interrogate the infiltrator, but I'm not sure where the infiltrator is. Is this it? This could very well be it.
Here you're gonna have a word with you-know-who. Give him a shiner for me, will ya?
Okay, if you open this door. Excuse me. Now, is he in this? Yes, he's not. No one's in there. This is early alien containment, I suppose. Perhaps this way. I see him. Ready to get
Infiltrator's
punched.
right inside, Agent Carter. If you need anything, just ask.
Ready to get punched.
I see you gave up on the disguise. Done playing dress-up?
This one can no longer hide. Those systems were corrupted by your scientists.
Yeah. Gloat all you want about your superior technology while we've got you tied to a chair with a rope.
You want revenge for your fellow warrior. Go ahead and take it. Nothing you do will stop the Zujari.
We're gonna pay a visit to your home, and you're gonna help us get there.
A counter-invasion. Ha! The more you resist Mosaic, the more you will bring death to your world. You think you have seen our strength? This is just an expeditionary force preparing the way for our armies. We will destroy you.
We'll see about that.
It's simple. You will join our empire or you will die. For us, there are no other choices.
Our whitecoats say there's been a change in your attitude ever since they yanked this device out of your head. I want to know what the hell it is.
It is many things. A shield, a beacon, our focus. It is Mosaic. Without it, we are... I am alone, unsure, impure of thought.
What exactly is Mosaic?
You would think of it as a broadcast, a network. Each of us are connected to it. It unites us.
It's how you receive your orders.
Our orders, our faith. Mosaic delivers truth, or perhaps what Origin decides is the truth.
Sort of like the Borg.
Why don't you just do yourself a favor? Just talk straight to me and tell me about this Origin. Maybe we can help you.
You are more civilized than would be expected for such divided creatures. It is not a weakness. Nothing is as I thought. Nothing is as Origin told us.
Listen, I'm fighting for the survival of my entire race here. Give me something to work with, or you'll find out what I'm willing to do for my world.
You have already seen what we are willing to do for our own dying world. What Origin has forced us to do for our world. Forced me to do to other worlds.
You don't have to let Origin control you. Tell us how to stop him and you can be free. We can destroy Mosaic. You can all be free.
Yes, but Mosaic cannot be destroyed. Mosaic is not a single place, not a solid thing. And soon it will consume your people as it has so many, as it did mine.
You're wrong. We've traced Mosaic's transmissions to a single location. If we can get there, your people can be free.
A myth spread by the few who are deaf to Mosaic. I used to think they were mad, but perhaps...
Here's proof. A source for Mosaic's transmissions. If we get there, we can put an end to it.
But without Mosaic, without Origin's guidance, my people, we will never find a new world.
Your people could come here without conquest. Wouldn't be the first time immigrants came to our shores. We'll help you fight for your freedom. And in return, you can live in the land of the free.
William Carter. My thoughts are my own for the first time in my life. If there is a chance that others can know this freedom, I will tell you what you want to know. To survive the crossing, you will need an instrument that can recalibrate quantum structures. Such a device can be acquired from one of our ships, which you can find only at one of our docking stations near a Vengate.
Thank you. Once we've stopped Origin, your people will thank you too.
A Vengate. Oh, is this shock therapy or an early MRI?
Nice work in there, Carter. I bet the director will want to tell you that himself.
Was he watching?
You even have to ask that question? He's waiting for you in Ops.
Officer, you're new here, aren't you?
Yes, sir. He rescued me up from outside Louisville.
You've been brought up to speed?
Yes, sir. Prisoner is secure, mostly docile, and Falk has things in hand. I'd say it's going pretty well.
We could use more of that kind of optimism around here.
Really, sir? It seems like you've got things in hand here.
In the base, maybe. But most of these people haven't seen what it's like out in the field. Right now, they're still excited to be alive and kicking. But if it starts getting worse out there, well, they'll need someone who can keep a smile on their face. How's the infiltrator?
The containment room was designed to act as both a brig and a lab, so he's well contained. Not that he's been trying to get out.
You think he's planning something?
Can't say for sure. Any other prisoner, yeah, but since they removed that controller thing from his head, he's been a different man. Or I guess I should say, different creature.
How much do you trust Falk?
I trust him with my life, sir. After all, if it weren't for him and his teams, I'd still be out there.
You said you were rescued from outside Louisville?
Yes, sir. Fort Knox in particular. Agent De Silva and his team were recovering something from high-value storage, and I thought they were looters.
Well, that could have gone poorly.
Not really. I don't know about you, but I ask questions before I start shooting. They were only too happy to bring me back, once they were certain I was human.
How exactly did they prove that?
Just like checking for Reds. Sing the Star Spangled Banner, ask what happened in the most recent episode of Captain Thunderclap, and so on and so on.
Oh, that's funny. Wouldn't they know everything? A blood test might be better.
That's all.
Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Like the thing. Monitor. Oh, we have a sectoid. Haven't changed a bit since XCOM U. Okay. How do you get out of this? Okay, doing a lot of stuff here.
I think I would like that, Mr. Folk. I think I would like that very much. You are Dr. Heinrich Dresner, correct? Yeah, Mr. Folk. And do you understand why I am interviewing you today? Officially or unofficially? None of this will be in the final records of your immigration. Officially, our commitments at Yalta mean we must turn you away. And yet, here we both are. Yes, well, we can't risk losing a mind like yours to the Soviets, now can we? Ha! You need not worry about that, sir. There is a reason I surrendered to your soldiers, or not to Stalin's. What reason is that? I do not like their cold winters. Very funny. Regardless, we need to talk about your past affiliations. What is there to say? What was done was terrible, wasteful, inhuman. I have regrets, but I had no part in that. No way to prevent it. You could have left. At the time, I did have a family to support. Also, I feared my once great nation would turn to the Communist Party. So you supported the alternative? Only at first. By the time I saw what they truly were, it was too late to escape. I'm a scientist, Mr. Folk. I understand physics, fluid dynamics, chemical reactions. But I cannot see the future. I cannot predict the horrors of my fellow men. We can't offer you atonement, Doctor. But we can offer you a chance to use your skills to help people.
Lots of these little things around. Outsider Biological Examination, Dr. Dresner. Here are the findings from the outsider biopsies. I should call out a few of the more interesting findings which may be useful for your own research. 1. The outsider's biology is largely similar to our own, carbon-based, bipedal, vertebrate, all that. They appear to eat, crap, breathe, bleed, and die like us. 2. Many appear to have major modifications to their circulatory, nervous, respiratory, skeletal, and muscular systems. These appear to be synthetic additions, and the implantation method is far too thorough and precise for any surgery we've seen. 3. On death, these modifications overheat, rapidly consuming themselves and their host. Careful surgery can prevent this, but it's very difficult and dangerous. Surgeon Kirk Hope received several blisters on the fingers of his scalpel hand. Thank you very much. I trust this is enough information for you to work with, and my staff can return to treating injured humans and studying the afflicted sleepwalkers. If you require more data, you are cordially invited to perform your own goddamn research. Dr. Jeff Hara. Fried up sectoid.
Sir, we demand to have access to the outside.
Calm yourself, Doctor. Irrationality will not help us identify enemy infiltrators.
Calm while you perform tests on men, like livestock.
These tests serve to protect them, and after all, they are all volunteers.
Maybe, but we're still not certain of what side effects.
Ah, William, welcome to our newly refitted laboratory. I'm certain that Dr. Veer would love to give you a tour of the facilities. Yeah, Herr Doctor?
Yes, of course. I'll just leave Heinrich to his tests. Down here is what we call the workshop. It's where we test the new equipment and applications. It's all quite experimental, so don't use anything here until it's been cleared for the field. Here we go. As you see, we have the automated turret deployed, but it cannot draw a line of sight on any targets. You can lift a target out from behind its cover to get a clear shot. But if you face many targets, it might be a better option to lift your turret instead. Go ahead and try. The engineers are especially proud of the gyroscopic stabilization that makes that possible. It'd be a shame not to put it to use in the field.
Is that all?
The boys in the lab just wanted to make sure you knew all your options in the field. Never know when it'll come in handy. As you may have guessed from the glow, this is where we store element 115, or Illyrium. Understanding it is vital to our ability to adapt and adopt outsider technology. So far, our results have been mixed, at best. But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a guided tour. I'll leave you to your duties, William.
Salvage report, Sectopod. While not a living alien species, the Sectopod possesses a new danger. Standing 20 feet tall, this heavily armored fighting robot is equipped with heavy weapons atop multiple all-terrain legs that can be used as impromptu melee weapons. Sectopods are controlled by a living sectoid encased and sustained within the armor. These pilots are unable to leave the sectopod. In many cases, their containment tanks are welded shut and may actually be a carefully bred subspecies developed solely for this purpose. The pilot's loyalty would have to be unquestionable, and while they do not wear the slave colors of their brethren, they bear significantly more intrusive neural implants. Yeah, and XCOM EU, as far as I know, it's just a AI machine.
Lawrence, have you seen these latest findings? Just a moment, Alan. I'm finishing a minor change to your calculations. Oh, the hell with... Bloody hell. That's brilliant. No, I don't know about all that. It's just a minor change. You would have done it yourself. In time. Maybe, but you're the one who did it today. If I'm not careful, you'll be replacing me as head of this project.
And take away your prized work? Anyway, what was it you wanted to show me?
What? Oh, it's these new transmissions that we've been receiving. Dr. Rossi believes they may be extraterrestrial in origin. Take a look.
Extraterrestrial transmissions? You don't say.
Think of it. Intelligent life on other worlds. A culture more advanced than ours, reaching across the void to welcome us to the Brotherhood of the Stars.
Sure.
Alan, you're making some rather dangerous assumptions.
Oh, I know it could be nothing. Some Soviet trick, perhaps. But think, Lawrence. If it really is from another planet, why, someday our Vengate project could bridge our worlds.
Yes, I suppose that could be possible.
Why, this could be the start of a new chapter in human history.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Autopsy report, Commander. Outsider Commander. Leaders of the Outsider forces, the commanders exhibit the same physique of other outsiders, but have significantly more complicated neural implants as well as much more advanced equipment. Personal shielding is common, and many other tactical abilities may be available to these dangerous enemies. Agents are advised to make commanders a top priority in any engagement. Commanders do not exhibit the same poor living conditions of their subordinate grunts. Nutrition is plentiful, physical trauma is minimal, and many commanders carry personal effects into battle. These often appear to be devotional items, perhaps involved in religious ceremonies centered around their origin. The precise details of this origin are still being examined by Dr. Weir, but it is believed to be the communication network utilized by the Outsiders' neural implants. So there's Mosaic, and then there's Origin. Well, is Origin the one giving commands through Mosaic? Mosaic is like the control structure.
Carter, I only just heard the results from the interrogation.
He said something about a transdimensional something or other. Tell me it made sense to you.
It fits with what little we know about the Vengates. In fact, it would make sense to use a transponder, a phase plotter as he called it.
Great. So you can just whip one of those up and we can...
No. Just because I understand the theory doesn't mean I have any idea how to begin construction of the device itself, much less what frequency it would have to be set to.
Damn. I knew it was was too good to be true.
Yes. I'm afraid you're going to have to recover one, the hard way.
Any idea where to find this phase plotter thing?
He said it would be located in a docking tower. We've seen the outsiders building towers in the areas they've occupied.
And we've certainly seen that they have aircraft around those towers.
Sounds like you'll have to find an entrance to one of those towers and steal this phase plotter from one of their aircraft.
Oh, is that all? Fight a gunship on its home turf.
No one said it would be easy to save the world, William.
Your assistant mentioned something called Mosaic. Said you were the key to it. Seemed to have something to do with the measurements you were taking. Any idea what he meant by that?
I don't know much about it at all, other than it controls the Venn gates connecting our world, and it also seems to exert some degree of influence over the denizens of that world. As to why Lawrence regarded me as the key to it remains a mystery.
But what is it? Is it a thing or a person? What is it?
I wish I knew, Agent. Could be any number of things. A natural force, a psychological disorder. One thing is certain, however. It does seem to be accessible via physical technology.
The people we saw back there. The stuck ones, the ones who can't stop doing the same thing over and over. What's the skinny on them? Are they us? Are they them?
To be honest, I haven't the foggiest. I can say it was horrifying to witness. My students, one by one, falling victim to the condition.
How does it operate? Why does it only take some people?
A mystery as yet, but one I aim to get to the bottom of. I did notice trends. More students than professors, more whites than blacks. Nothing I can yet identify as the source.
Before I go, tell me, why are you so valuable? Falk seems to think we can't win this thing without you.
I suppose he regards the work I've been doing with ARPA as essential. I've been tracking audio signals gathered via telemetry. I shopped my findings around the scientific community for months.
Anything concrete?
Only subtle results, but Myron, Director Falk, recognized their import. I thought it was merely a curious anomaly, but he felt it was a warning. Guess now we know who was right.
Right. See, there's one more folder here. Salvage report gunship. The gunship we faced was only one of a countless number of the Outsiders' multi-purpose assault ships, but it has provided us with an excellent array of technological materials for study. The combined thrust gravitic propulsion systems, Illyrium transfer power source, and assorted environmental control systems should be especially useful if we are to take the fight to the enemy. More generally, we find that while the enemy gunships are more sturdily built for war, they also bear evidence of extended heavy usage with only minimal repairs. In some cases, unnecessary systems, luxury, and entertainment suites have been cannibalized for use in more pressing repairs, weapons, and propulsion, suggesting that the Outsiders have been running low on supplies in the course of their extended conquests. This may explain the urgency of the attack on Earth. Meet Director Falk. This is the way out. Yes. No. This is. Falk is still over here.
Carter, good work in there. I'm honestly surprised you kept your cool.
That wasn't my first interrogation.
It shows. Having a defector on our side could make a big difference.
And who knows? Someday, They might be great allies.
Let's just focus on making it through this war. Now, I've been discussing the information you extracted with Dr. Weir.
Any clue where we can find one of those interdimensional things?
The doctor calls it a phase plotter. And we know there's an outsider docking tower near a town called Vida Buena in New Mexico. De Silva's team reported it when they were investigating sleepwalkers in the area.
Sounds like I should talk to De Silva.
That could be difficult. De Silva's team attempted to infiltrate the structure. The last report from them was 2 days ago.
What the hell, Falk? De Silva goes missing and you're just telling me now.
Calm down, Carter. We have reason to believe that he's still alive, but he's deep in enemy territory and unable to broadcast. Link up with him and his team. Then you will all escort Dr. Weir through the command tower and secure the phase plotter.
Why are we putting the doctor back in danger?
Weir is the only one who understands how the enemy gates work. He's the only one with any insight into how their systems might operate.
And no time to train a field specialist, right?
Precisely. Keep Dr. Weir safe. He's far too valuable to lose.
What was De Silva doing up there anyway?
He was assigned to gather intel on the Outsider's gates for Dr. Weir's benefit.
And now we're going there to get one of these gadgets. What aren't you telling me about this place?
Vida Buena is an Outsider transport hub. Ships coming and going from one of those gates 24 hours a day.
So the best chance we have of getting a phase plotter
is a place swarming with enemies. Yes.
Of course.
You think we can trust the Outsider?
He seemed pretty shaken up. If we learned anything from your encounter with this Lawrence, it's that the real problem is their mosaic.
You think they'll all just switch off when we take out Mosaic?
I wouldn't bet on it. But as it seems to be their communications network, destroying it would give us a serious edge.
Can't ask for much more than that. All right, that's all I need.
I'll have Senior Ops inform Dr. Weir that you're ready to go. Carter.
Yes, sir.
Good luck out there.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if this means that there's something new.
Back from the interrogation? How did it go?
He was easy to handle. Now we got our own little stool pigeon.
Then let's use him while we can. And before the lab tries to cut him up to see how he works.
If he's not playing us.
Are you tracking Axis?
Not tracking him directly, but if I find the target, I think it'll lead to Axis.
That's cryptic.
Anyone could be listening in, and I've been tracking this case for too long to risk losing it now.
Is Falk getting too paranoid?
Well now, that depends.
Depends on what?
Whether or not Falk's listening right now.
You get the report from the interrogation?
Yeah, the bastard killed Nils. You were too soft on him.
That's why they didn't let you interrogate him. He can't tell us much if he's dead.
He didn't tell us much as it is.
He told us enough to figure out the next step. That's all we need for now.
With any luck, the old man will let me have the next shot at him.
I'm going to get some answers.
Good luck.
So I think that's it. You just go to the next mission.
Field team outside Cincinnati reporting sleepwalkers in the suburbs, despite no observed outsider presence. I could really use your help. Have a moment?
How is it out there?
How bad do you think it is?
You've seen my reports from the field.
Imagine that everywhere else.
Can't be that bad out there, can it?
Maybe not. We still don't have solid communication with a lot of the major cities in the U.S., much less outside our borders.
You think they're doing better?
The outsiders seem to be focusing on isolated towns rather than major cities.
So the cities are okay?
For now, we think so. Director Falk wants us keeping this as quiet as possible. If the news spreads, it will be complete chaos everywhere.
Where's the worst of it?
We're hearing activity across the country, any place where there are people to report it. But the report per capita has been spiking in New Mexico.
Have we sent anyone to examine it?
De Silva took a team, but he hasn't reported back yet.
Oh, that's where he went.
How are you holding up?
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, sir. As always.
And the rest of the operators?
Wouldn't know. We haven't had time to talk for the last 36 hours.
That's all for now.
Thank you, sir. And keep up the good work. There are a lot of people out there who need you.
I will.
You can't attend every threat yourself, but in some cases, you can dispatch agents to assist. On these dispatch missions, they will earn valuable experience and may find new equipment or even other experienced agents. However, they won't be available in the field while dispatched, so select your squads wisely.
Well, that sounds like we should be recruiting more then. Agent management. So we have 4 guys. Yes, I know. 2, 3, 4. Including me, that's 5. So if we recruit one more, let's see. So we have, each one is different. I think that there's recruit a new agent. So there's, yeah, we have all 4. Commandos and recon. Let's get another commando. Just looking at the backgrounds. Well, Korean War vet. It's better at storming enemy held positions. That rifle's fine, but when we have, can we switch it? Okay, just the laser SMG. So once you get it, it's available to everyone. Okay, so we have a new gunner pack. Reduces damage from enemy attacks and increases clip size for all weapons, allowing agents to fire longer bursts. How can you argue with that? Firm equipment. Randomize all. Nice, what do you call it? Camouflage? The light lime green kind of gives it away. Oh, should be black? Perhaps. Okay. Confirm customization. So he has the ability to taunt. Interesting. How that would be used in the game. Recruit. Yes. Okay, so we have 2 commandos here. Now if I send this guy, no, you know what? If I send this guy, the scout. Yeah. Okay, so let's mission selection. Let's see if we can't get a side mission and send them off. Great Falls, Montana. Okay, gotta make sure this. I think that this means that's a major operation, yeah. What's this? Gearing up. Agent dispatch mission. Mission complexity 5. Okay. Guardian pack reduces damage taken from all attacks. That's the reward. Friendly Nevada. Radio transmissions indicate students at an engineering college in the Southwest have discovered some of the outsider technology and begun studying it. Look into recruiting these students, gather any new technology they found, and keep their knowledge from spreading panic. So do you select... Okay. So I've got to... what I want to do is take this guy who's rank 2. Remove him from squad. Let's throw a commando into there, add to squad. Okay, so we have our squad. I don't know if it's 1 agent you send or if it's 3. If it's 1, it seems like it will be. Then we don't have anybody with that strength. Let's see. 2. Okay, so no, I was wrong. We almost have. We can get 4. I don't think that that's good enough. What's this one like? This is 7. Mission complexity 7. Rewards rank 3 recon agent. So what about a side mission if we can do this and we'll level up. Oops. Crud. I wanted the level 2 agent with me. We'll get this done. So alright guys, we'll call it from here and we'll do another video afterwards. episode 7 should be coming up. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe.